Welcome to Quick Wits and Frosted Tips. My name is Carmen Sandella, and next to me, as always, is my homie,
Jerry Diabell.
What's up, homie?
How you doing, sir?
I'm not doing too bad.
It's fucking 65 in Ohio in February.
Hell yeah.
Global warming's real. So there's no future for our great-grandkids.
No. But I wasn't planning on seeing them anyways.
I'll be old and shit myself anyway, so hopefully the sun blows up soon, you know? Fuck it.
I ain't gonna be around. It's all right.
So you still off the pasta?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Kind of.
So you don't eat Eggos?
Eggos? No.
So the Dago that doesn't eat Eggo.
Ooh. How long you been holding on to that one?
Oh, for...
Someone a freezer.
Yeah, since the last podcast, I'm like, oh, Carmen doesn't eat Egos. So you're not offended by the word Dago, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think you would be.
Now, WAP on the other hand, that's fine.
Listen, I draw the line there. Okay. I'm not even Italian, but I get offended for you.
Yeah.
I'll fucking punch somebody, cocksuckers.
No, I actually, I've had some slip-ups. I've had relapses. You might say I'm the Bam Margera of wheat.
Dude, wheat's, it's natural. I get it. But I'm just looking out for you.
It's kind of funny how, like, when you're doing bad things and you're kind of like just the song came back. There was Lex was doing every month. She holds a woman's get together.
Yeah, I think my wife's showing up.
Yeah. So she does that, and she came home with like sweet Hawaiian rolls, and I really like sweet Hawaiian rolls.
Who doesn't?
So I waited till everyone went to bed, and I like pretended like, oh, I gotta check the front door, make sure it's locked, and I went into the kitchen, and I took like 4 Hawaiian rolls and slid them open, put some cheese and some chicken in there.
Nice.
And I'm like, as I'm eating it, I'm like, fuck that bitch. I eat whatever I want. I don't care. It's my life.
See, that when I was trying to cut weight for like fights and everything, I was on keto, and I literally felt like the company would get pizza for us. I'm like, no, I'm cheating on myself. I can't do it. Because like people have like such a misconception with keto. You have to it's less than 20 carbs a day to stay in ketosis. So if you don't take that 20 carbs, if like you're like, oh, I'm gonna have a cheat day, it doesn't work because now you're out of ketosis and you fucked everything up. So I was strict with it, and like I said, until I quit pooping. I'm like, oh,
that you quit pooping?
Yeah, it was like on week 6 of like hardcore keto, 0 carbs. I'm like, well, my stomach doesn't hurt, but I haven't taken a shit in like a month or a week. So I'm like, this isn't normal. So I'm like, I'm going to go eat tacos.
Ew.
The best fucking tacos. Carmen. Soft shell.
Yeah.
With the queso. 5. I didn't make it home. I had to pull over in Dorset.
Okay.
And use the facilities in a ditch. And I'm like, you dirty little hoe. You cheated on yourself, and that's what you get.
That's what you get.
For now you're shitting in a ditch in Dorset. And so, but yeah, no, I fucked up. We all have our relapses on the fucking carbs.
I don't know, dude. That's what I was telling my dad about what I've been doing. Your heads can go wherever they want to go. But he was actually pretty understanding, and he's like, well, when you were a kid, we'd had spaghetti like 4 times a week. And it's like, true. It's like, all we do is fucking eat spaghetti. According to my parents, my first word was sauce and balls.
Sauce and balls.
So
what a fucking
it's ingrained in me.
Sauce and balls.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
If my kid was like sauce and balls and he was like, however when you speak,
Yeah.
It's like, he's going to wind up with clogged arteries. That's just.
Well, that's just it. We're kind of like peaking or getting to that age where it's just like, yeah, you might want to kind of watch what you eat, but fuck them. Fuck them, dude. Like with the recent advancements in technology,
right,
especially in the medical field, just fix me. I got health insurance. I want to eat the pizza. I'm eating.
I
sauce.
did not think you were going to say pizza for whatever reason.
Oh, I'm eating everything. I'm
Everything?
drinking beer.
Yeah.
It's So what's our topic today?
Okay, so today we're going to discuss MySpace.
Which I knew. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. Like I knew we were going to talk about MySpace.
You had plenty
You
of
called
time.
me a mentally challenged person because I forgot. I'm sorry, Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm fucking busy. But yeah, no, I knew what it was. I don't know why I did that.
I messaged you. I'm like, hey, we're going to do MySpace. And you're like, okay, cool. Sometime we should do Jerry Springer. And I'm like, all right. And then you call me. You're like, hey, I have all this shit for Jerry Springer that we could talk about tomorrow. I'm like, it's not what we're talking about tomorrow.
I fucked up.
A little bit.
Like I said, sorry, Mr. Perfect. Like you never made a mistake. I'm busy.
There's 2 in the house.
I don't. No.
No, I know.
Hey, don't you ever say that again. Those are angels in there.
Oh, they are. They are.
You gonna talk about it?
We can.
Okay.
We're gonna. We want to talk about our. Hey, what's our subject today? But before we talk about MySpace, I promise one thing we're going to attempt to stay on topic a little more.
We're gonna try. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's my fault. I feel like I steer you away.
You're the Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, I steer you away from your thoughts.
No. Let's get through some MySpace. We can discuss things at the end.
No, I'm down.
I'm not going to forget what my son decided to do this week. Not at all. I'll say to get somebody to keep listening towards the end. We got a email from the teacher for some things that my son was sending around online. Not disappointed.
Not one bit.
He did all right. Shouldn't have done it, but we'll discuss it after.
Yeah,
he already seen it.
if I had boys, like that would be like a proud, like, hey, dude, come here. Let's talk out. Come here.
Right.
Let's go for a walk. Listen, it's fucking hilarious. But, like, you can't do that. Like, it's cool between you and I, but
Right.
like, I don't have boys, so like, I can't. I don't know. I'm not the enforcer. I make my wife. She's a discipline because those are my 2 little angels, and
Yep.
so MySpace. I think everybody had a MySpace.
Yeah, it was actually doing the research. It was quite. It's gonna seem like minuscule for compared to like how many Facebook users there are now, but like for at the time, and plus it was kind of like it was like only in the United States starting off.
Right.
How many users there was?
Yeah.
But, like,
yeah.
How they got to it it's pretty incredible. So, just real quick, obviously, everyone knows what MySpace was. It came out in 2003, and it was the first social network to reach a global audience.
Well, if you don't know MySpace, you're too young to be listening to this podcast.
Pretty much.
So,
oh, you see that? Do you see that?
it's here. All right,
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Your thing's here. All right, we're gonna do a special unboxing. Nothing.
I can't leave.
No. MySpace was a social networking site in the United States. It was the largest one, and it was the first one to reach a global audience. It launched back in 2003, and I mean, I used this thing nonstop back in the day.
Oh yeah. 03 though, man.
I was surprised it was that long ago.
Yeah, because I know I had one all through high school,
Mhm.
and when
Up
I
until-
graduated,
Right? Did you have one after you graduated high school? And there's a reason I asked that.
well, when I graduated in 2005, and then I went to Mercyhurst College, and I had a MySpace there, and then in 2000, and you know what? It was the spring semester of 06. So it was early 2006 is where my roommate's like, bro, you got Facebook? I'm like, I don't know what Facebook, no. So that's where I kind of transitioned was 2006 to, I mean, I didn't transition completely, but I had both.
Sure.
So, and like the whole top friends thing and all that stuff, because I remember dating my ex before I met my wife, and like the whole, she was a psycho fucking see you next Tuesday. And it was like, if I had to have her as a top friend, but like I wasn't her top friend.
Oh, that's not
Like you ranking.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're fucking. You know who you are. You're a psycho. But like I enjoyed. Now that I look at like Facebook, if MySpace would have went with the times,
Mhm.
I think it would have been a lot better than Facebook.
So there is reasons for that. Actually, it kind of
Do tell.
yes. So when discussing their origins, what happened is back in 2003, there were employees from this company called eUniverse, and eUniverse was an internet marketing company. Okay, and they were using this other social media type of site called Friendster, and Friendster, had similar features. So the people that was working at eUniverse, like the CEO and a couple other people, they liked it enough. They're like, hey, let's make our own.
Okay.
Right. So that's what they did. The project to make MySpace was overseen by Brad Greenspan, and he was actually eUniverse's founder, chairman, and CEO.
Was he Jewish?
Is that a Jewish name?
I mean, I don't know.
Greenspan?
It seems like they're elite. So I didn't know if it was like. It could be a Jewish name.
It could be.
I got nothing against the Jews, but I'm just saying, like, was he Jewish?
I don't know.
All right.
So he managed Chris DeWolf, which wound up being MySpace's starting CEO, Josh Berman, Tom Anderson. Do you remember Tom?
Yeah, I thought he created it all. Like,
No.
he was the.
No. But he was MySpace's first starting president.
He was my first friend on MySpace.
Yes.
Okay.
Wasn't
You
he all
always
of
had a
ours?
You always had a friend, Tom.
So them four and a team of programmers was used to create MySpace. And the first, obviously, group of MySpace users were those people,
Okay.
And so what they did to really set themselves apart was they had they used their list of 20 million users that they already had through their internet marketing agency in eUniverse.
Oh.
And they used those 20 million contacts and like sent out like a mass email type of thing, like, hey, they're advertising to all their already, customers.
Right.
So that really got them to be like an overnight, in a sense, like, that really boosted them up big time.
Well, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I didn't realize at first that it was just in the United States. I mean, of course, like
Yes.
who the hell thinks about that when you're younger? It's
Right.
just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there was statistics that I didn't bring up because it got very overcumbersome of like, oh, hey, now it's cast into Europe and cast into here and cast into there, bought by this. But it got quite a bit.
It got over. Yeah, no, I get it.
So they actually, initially, they were going to charge a fee to use the basic MySpace. But obviously, it was nixed because they believed that keeping the site free was necessary to make a successful community. Not everybody can be involved. How can?
Yeah, yeah.
It's silly. So that was a good move.
Pay for it. I would love. Hear me out. You got a sec?
I gotta say.
If I could pay for a service, it's the difference between going to Target and Walmart.
Yes.
I'll pay extra so I don't have to deal with the bullshit. But then you got every once in a while, you got one that sneaks through that's about the bullshit. So that's all I got to say.
No,
about that.
I agree. I would pay for it if I could pay. One, like, I don't want to do a monthly or yearly thing. I mean, I guess yearly would be okay, but like a fee just so I could never have to see acne ads on my fucking Facebook.
Yes.
I'm so sick of that.
Yes.
And the herpes ads.
Yeah, it's just like,
I don't know why they're getting shown to me.
You remember that time?
Wait, what?
The herpes scare?
Oh, wow. That's an episode.
You brought that on to me? That's a whole episode in itself.
Yeah.
To be continued,
I
ladies and
figure
gentlemen.
we're going to do a after we get some episodes under our belt talking about some things. I figure we would do an episode just talking about us.
We got a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of history between you and I.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly, our first encounter I mean, we've discussed it all the fucking time, how we first met, but we don't need to get into it now. But
No.
um,
But see, that's good to know because I thought Tom was like the creator, the almighty of MySpace. So that was something I learned.
yeah. Well, I mean, he was the president. I don't know, like CEOs higher than a president. I don't know. I don't know how.
I think they go hand in hand. See, president, CEO. It depends.
I guess I kind of take it as Tom, as like the Dana White, like the face of it. Yeah.
Slap a bitch.
Yeah.
Edit that out.
Yeah, obviously. So MySpace it quickly gained popularity through it was amongst teenagers and young adults. And actually, which I did not know this, but back in 2005, February, DeWolf, the CEO of MySpace, actually had talks with Mark Zuckerberg about acquiring Facebook.
Oh, to buy Facebook.
But they actually, like, Zuckerberg was going to sell it. He said for $75 million, it's yours. And they declined. They did not take it.
That was if they could go back in time.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Well, see, it's kind of funny because the actual how high MySpace flew to the sun.
Yeah.
And how bad it crashed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It actually is pretty incredible.
Yeah. No, it seemed like it. Is that further on in it that we talk about the fall?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
wait.
Because all of this, this is just all of that. That's just the beginning couple years.
Okay.
Because I probably didn't get on until 2005. I'd say. I don't know.
Yeah, I was an early. I think it was like, I want to say 2003 because I was still in high school, but I didn't have it like on my cell phone.
Right.
You go home and at the end of the day check it and see. I don't know.
It's weird. I remember. It's different now because I think maybe I'm wrong. I mean, do you have multiple computing devices in your home?
Oh, right now?
Right now.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Yeah, tablets, computers.
Right.
I mean, cell phones.
I remember we had the household computer when I was a kid.
Right. You had one.
One. And I remember thinking, man, how cool would it be to actually have a whole monitor tower in my room, and then I could just instant message with my friends all night. I would think how awesome that would be.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that that's not even a thought, that's just what you do now.
Yeah, it's the kids don't know how good they have it because there was an office.
The fucking soft.
You fucking soft sons of. Anyway, sorry. You it was a trigger. But yeah, you would have to go in the family office.
Yeah.
And look over your shoulder if you were doing something inappropriate.
Oh yeah.
Like we were risk takers.
Oh yeah.
We were trailblazers. These kids don't know shit.
No, my dad would sleep on the couch, and the office was next to the living room, and I would be, being a little naughty, and I'd be printing off some Excel sheets.
Oh.
Excel sheets, yeah, and
Oh.
I would print off these, and then I would just I'm looking at him. Yeah, he's good.
He's out.
Yeah,
He's
and
out.
then I left that office with a whole portfolio ready to go. Yeah, February's taxes are good to go.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
man.
The peak years. Facebook. Oh shit! See, I'm already going to Facebook. MySpace. MySpace was hot between 2005 and 2009. That's when it was actually on top.
Yeah.
And beating Facebook. I was actually surprised. I thought it was a little bit before 2009, but it made it that far. It was beating Facebook up until 2009, and then when it stopped, it never came back.
Yeah, no, that's true. And that makes sense because I 2009. That was, I can remember that year just because that's the year I met my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in a different state. It's just everything about that. So I can kind of remember that.
Sure.
In 2009 where it was but I also remember my transition from MySpace, and I have a great analogy for that. So
Yep.
when we
Sure.
get down farther, but
So back in January 2006, the site itself, MySpace, was signing up to 200,000 new users a day.
Jesus.
A year later, it's doing 320,000 new users a day and had overtaken Yahoo to become the most visited website in the
Jeez.
United States. That's
insane.
It's insane. ComScore said that a key driver of the site's success in the United States was high engagement levels, with the average MySpace user viewing over 660 pages a month. And the 100 millionth MySpace account was created in August 9th of 2006 in the Netherlands. But 100 million
Good for
people. Insane. But so its peak, it was raking in money.
Oh yeah, hand over
Okay.
fist, because it was like kind of the first.
Yes.
So
Yes. In the same month that they signed they got their 100 millionth user, they actually signed a advertising deal with Google that. Oh, see, that's more than I thought. It was the other way around when I was explaining some of this to Lex the other day. But it guaranteed MySpace $900 million over 3 years.
in 06.
In 06. That's what Google was going to pay. And over 55% more than the Price News Corporation had paid to acquire MySpace. That's who at some point they bought MySpace. So it was it was successful.
900 million in 06. That's a
Yes.
lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. $900 million
Mhm.
is a lot of money.
Mhm.
But if you look at companies now that are getting bought for like 40 billion today.
Oh, it's weird.
40, like Twitter.
Mhm.
Elon Musk bought it for 44 billion, I
Mhm.
think. So like 900 million in 06 was like that.
It's crazy.
Homies were all right.
In exchange, Google received exclusive rights to provide web search results and sponsored links on MySpace. And the funny thing is that we'll get to in a little bit is that this golden ticket that they got for this train ride, just like the train ride in Ohio, it went off the rails. Yes.
East Palestine represent. Derailed, motherfucker.
Due to this advertising deal, before they were making $1 million a month in revenue. That jumped to $30 million
Per month.
a month they were making.
Jesus.
And half of it was just from that Google deal. I mean, they were just making money hand over fist.
Yeah.
And heading into 2008, MySpace was considered the leading social networking site and consistently beat out its main competitor, Facebook, in traffic. Initially, the emergence of Facebook did little to diminish MySpace's popularity, and at the time, Facebook was targeted only at college students. So that's why I asked you when you decided to go to Facebook. I know I didn't sign up for Facebook until I went to college.
Yeah.
That seemed like the older thing.
It was like the step. It's just like what. Is that good?
That's good.
Oh,
That's good.
but when I was in college,
Yeah.
it was like the maturity thing. Like, oh, you have MySpace. MySpace is such a high school thing. So now you're in college, switch to Facebook. So I did. I had a peer pressure, even though, like, I'll be honest with you, I liked MySpace better.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be looked at as like, you still have a MySpace, bro. So I made the jump.
Right.
As obviously many people did.
Yes.
They made the jump from MySpace to Facebook, and I'm like, oh, I'm an adult. I have, which caveat,
Yes.
Facebook, I feel, was better when it was only offered to certain people, because I feel like that was.
Careful.
What
was it? When was it offered to certain people?
Like I don't know what. I don't know what. I don't know what year.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was like a decent place until they offered it to everybody.
Yeah.
And then once you didn't have that college email, because that was the rule. You had to have a college email.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't remember
When
that.
you had to prove a college email, because that's what it started at Harvard. I know I'm not trying to get off the beaten path, but
interesting.
it started in Harvard, and then it went to like Ivy League, and then they opened it up to all colleges. So it was just college.
Didn't know that.
And it was really nice to have because you didn't have all the bullshit. You didn't have. I'm not saying, I know this sounds bad, but it was like an educated platform of people. You have friends on Facebook, I know you do, because I know I do, that are like kind of like, oh man, did you pass 10th grade English? You know what? Did you get your grade 10?
Yeah.
You know, so, but it's entertaining. That's why we'll never delete it, because people throw their business out there. It was never like that back in the day. So I feel then they started introducing games like Farmville. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember Farmville.
And then like my great uncles and great aunts got on Facebook and like started sending me invites. I'm like, I don't play online games.
Right.
Get out of here. But yeah, so
sleep
that's
with girls.
Yeah, sleep with girls. I love how you edited that from what we normally say.
Yeah.
Is it for the podcast?
I have
Carmen?
couth.
Yo.
Yeah.
God dang.
So
yeah, that was my transition from MySpace to Facebook. It was peer pressure.
pure. So before I even get into my switch over, I'd like to talk about actually what happened, why MySpace fell apart.
I want to hear it. So
this deal that Google signed up for, $900 million, you get, we're advertising on MySpace. So because of all this extra ads that ran on MySpace, it slowed down the site itself. Oh. It's trying to, it's got more ads on it, and it's just becoming less user friendly.
I can see that. That.
Because of the amount of ads that were on the website now, it slowed everything down. People kind of quit, got sick of having to use it. Everything was taking too long to load. And at the same time as that's happening, MySpace was kind of focused on, like a site where, like people were like showing like it was like music and stuff like that. But it had a lot of stuff going on, all these things that you can do to it that it just couldn't perform as well as probably they wanted to. And then here comes Facebook, where like they were designed for, like the updates that Facebook was doing at the time was for user interactivity.
Right.
So they're updating things to make it easier for me and you to talk instead of, hey, here's this music. Here's this other thing that at the time people really just didn't care about.
No, that makes sense, because you would like have I remember a background. You could pick different backgrounds and stuff going on and music. Like, so if I clicked on your profile, and it would have the song play as soon as I would click on there. So I knew like what you're into, what kind of music you like, your background. But I also remember back in the day, we had dial-up, bitch.
Holy crap. We got do you hear that?
The lady at the gas station told me there was a windstorm coming.
Really?
To get more beer.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit. My door's open. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
You got leaves coming in? We paused?
No. Oh, shit. We can pause.
Yeah, we can.
All right. We're back.
We had door flew open.
Yeah, door flew open.
Because we're talking shit on global warming.
That is true.
So we're going to probably get taken away in a tornado. But yeah, no. I do agree, because you would click on somebody's page and it would take forever to load. And all I wanted to see was if I was their top friend. If I wasn't in their top 10, I'm out. But I can see that. I can see the troubles, and Facebook capitalized on that. They're like,
right,
you guys are falling apart.
Yeah.
Like the Roman Empire, bitch.
Well, it's like, because of all these extra advertisement that they were legally supposed to do, to put on there, they couldn't like take it down, work on it and stuff like that without sacrificing revenue.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting paid to do a certain thing, and if they can't live up to it, you know, they're in a little
You got
bit
to
of
pay to
trouble.
play.
So, but at the same time, you know, here comes Facebook with, you know, a nice clean site, you know, enticing.
Yeah.
And another issue that MySpace had was problems with phishing, malware, and spam.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, you know, people getting hacked. A lot of issues with that. So it kind of made it feel like an unsafe place to be. It was dirty.
Dirty girl.
Raunchy.
Dirty girl.
Raunchy.
Raunchy.
Raunchy. But those were some of the main downfalls of why MySpace fell.
Yeah.
You know, hey, here's $900 million. You're doing so good.
Right.
But it's just slowing your site down. You can't even fix it because you're not doing what's contractually obligated from you. At the same time, you got other people just throwing scams out at you, hurting, you know, phishing you, scamming you.
I think that the whole Nigerian prince thing with the lottery came from MySpace. No, that's fake. I don't know. That could, you know. But
Right.
yeah, no, I agree. Like, and I didn't even realize until you just said that was the reason I quit using MySpace, because it was so
It would take forever to load.
Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck am I using this piece of shit?
Mhm.
And peer pressure. I will never live that down. So many girls in college, good-looking girls, were like, I have Facebook. Like, hell yeah, brother. You know, I got my Crackberry or Blackberry, they call it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would try to download, you know, because we didn't have apps back then. But yeah, no, that was basically how it rolled. But no, you blew my mind, because I forgot about that. I forgot about that aspect, how it was just like a pain in the ass.
People were using it to advertise their music. Because it was cool. I think it would be different now. Maybe only because, like, at the time, you know, you're trying to make it so that if you go onto my page, you know, there'd be music playing. It's like, oh, hey, here's this Carmen. You know, here's a Carmen's favorite music video, and that's playing on in the background. I have a whole background design just for me. You know, I have it's a web page. You know, it's all this stuff that you can do, but with great power comes great responsibility. Okay, so you're just inundating this page, and it just can't handle it.
Right.
It would be able to now, but back then,
no, not in the dial-up era. Because you know, you hear that.
Yes.
You know.
Terrible.
Yeah.
No. With all of these issues that they were running into, back in 2011, figures were released by ComScore, and that between January and February of 2011, a month, okay, they lost 10 million users.
In a month.
Yes. And it fell from 95 million to 63 million users from the previous 12 months.
Ouch.
Okay. So the highest amount, it was actually both had it, but this is like in 2009. In 2009, this was like like MySpace's peak before the downfall. Both had uniquely 115 million different users. Oh. MySpace had 115. So from 2009 to having 115 million to 2011 to having, 63? I mean, you're close to half here.
Yeah.
Just gone. And because of this, advertisers are like, yo, we're out. You know, this just ain't working. And I have somewhat of a quote here coming up, but let's see. CNN reported. You see how nice that is? CNN reported.
If it wasn't Anderson Cooper, I don't believe shit. So go ahead with your quote.
Right. Well, they were required by specific media for an undisclosed sum.
Oh.
And it was rumored that the sum was 35 million. So CNN reports that the site sold for 35 million and noted that it was far less than the 580 million News Corp paid for MySpace in 2005. Murdoch went on to call that MySpace purchase a huge mistake, and Time magazine compared it to Time Warner's 2000 purchase of AOL, which saw a conglomerate trying to stay ahead of its competition. They It was a disaster. Going from spending that much,
Yeah,
on
900 million.
right? Right. I'm not sure where this 580 million comes in. Like I said, there was a couple different purchases here and there.
Of the platform itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what it was. So Google's was just advertising like fucking only.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just insane.
That's what I mean.
Right.
That's just huge.
But
That's
just
huge.
company-wise, 580 million to 35 million. That's 500, let's just say 500 million
Yeah.
loss. $500 million loss. Yes. So as of now, from 115 million, MySpace is still around, and it is down to 6 million users, which, I mean, it's not like, that's not a small amount of people.
No, but at its peak.
Yes. Anymore, it's just generally to get news, listen to music, chat with friends. And I did a research. This is just crazy. In comparison to Facebook, currently, according to the most recent investors report, Facebook has 2.895 billion monthly active users.
Holy shit. See, I thought it was more because I took a social media strategies class, and I always thought like Facebook was more than that, but still, I mean, dude, isn't that like a quarter of the world's population?
Yeah, I asked a very solid source. I asked my wife. I was like, how many people are in the world? And she just went like, 10 million.
There's
So,
10 billion.
Billion. Sorry,
I was going to say.
10 billion.
We have a plague? Did COVID take that many people out? We don't know. We made it.
Yeah, so that would be, I
There's
think that's
10
fair to say.
billion people?
According to Lex.
That's a lot of fucking people. I thought there was like, last I knew there was 6 billion. So like we grew 4 billion. There's a lot of people out there
I have to look.
bumping uglies.
How many people in the world?
In the world.
In the world.
All right, let's see here. What's the population? Oh, it's purple, so somebody been here before.
World population clock. 8 billion?
That's what I thought. It was more like a 6 to 8 billion.
Yeah.
How do they know though?
Yeah, she was wrong. I could never tell
She's-
her though.
I'll tell. No, I ain't gonna tell her.
Don't tell her.
She's a princess to me. No, she's the queen of Kingsville.
Wow, I'm editing that.
You're gonna edit that out?
Yeah,
Why?
she's not.
I'm.
No, she's an angel.
Is she a duchess of Kingsville? Is that better?
Listen, do you hear it raining out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you shut the fuck up, she might take her. Homie gotta have some hope in this life. I'm just joking. See, the funny thing is, I watched all them shows back in like TBS and like, you're like watching Everybody Loves Raymond and Seinfeld, and you're watching King of Queens.
Oh.
And then it's like, the old married couple that's they just say the snarky remarks, and I'm like, that's all I want. I just want to have the relationship where I can say that type of stuff, and I do.
Because like the love is there and it's so
Right.
deep. That
But there's going to be people that listen to this that do not know me and assume I'm a prick, and I'm really not.
No, he's not. He's not. He
I
would
do
do
like my
anything
wife,
for his
I promise.
wife and family.
Listen.
So
Look,
look at him.
baby. Listen, honey. No, bring it back. Bring it back.
Bring it back? Okay.
Bring me 15. We the people. Can't even. I love you, Lex. That's all she's getting.
I love you too.
So yeah, I remember. So I wanted to talk about, obviously some of the experiences I had with MySpace, and it's weird how I think at the time you can change it. Did it originally start out as a top 4, or could you adjust it? I think you could make it bigger, right?
Yeah,
top 8.
Top 8. I don't remember being a top 10, but I remember there was like a select, just a few. I don't know. But I want to say 8. Yeah, I think you're right on 8.
I think 8.
I don't even have 8 friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I think it was like 8.
Yeah.
6 or 8, I remember.
No, I used to. The thing that I think was cool for at the time, like in order to change your page, you would actually be able to like find code online, like HTML code to allow your site to look certain ways, using CSS,
Yeah.
using all these things. It's actually teaching you a little bit, like just, I don't want to say it through osmosis, but you're not really thinking about learning something. You're like, oh, I want to make my page look a certain way.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to use coding to do that.
Yeah, we didn't even
So I
know
think
we were
that's cool.
coders.
No, that was pretty cool. Did you do those lists that you had to fill out? Facebook kind of does it a little bit, but like, what was your first this? And you would have lists of questions. Where would you go with this? And then you would have to fill it out. And
Yeah, no, I did that. Yeah, I think excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I did do that. Whatever the page offered, but yeah, I don't get left speechless much. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a sec? Because you're taking me down memory lane that I didn't even remember the memories I had until you said that. Once you said that, the list, I remember that list, and it just MySpace could go fuck itself because I had such a traumatic. Because I remember my ex. Now I met my wife, this beautiful, the queen. That I mean, we don't call each other king and queen, but like. I met my wife when I had Facebook. So, like, Facebook is always, like, near and dear to me. MySpace can go fuck itself. Nice. So, that's all I got for you. Because I had, like, traumatic times with MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people would write, like, type shit on there, and you'd be like, no, I don't do that. I don't hump my pillow.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, no, like when I was, in high school. Yeah, it was like shit like that. Because girls are mean.
They are mean.
I will stand by that.
They are, babe.
So, but yeah, no, I didn't mean it. Did I ruin everything that we just talked about?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, I've never humped my pillow.
Well, that's what this girl said I did on
I used
MySpace.
to give myself wedgies because it felt good, but that's a weird thing.
Oh, like climbing the rope in gym class?
Dude, did you look at me? I could never climb the rope in gym class.
Come on, don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself fucking short.
I had one. No. At one point I could have. I can't fucking no.
In gym class, you taking a gym class at 35? Or what are you, 33?
I am 33.
33? You're not taking a gym class now. I'm just saying, like back in the day, you climbed the rope at gym class.
I never had to do that. That was never actually an option at school.
Really?
I never had to do that.
Probably somebody got fucked up. You climb that rope and you fall, dude, you're getting fucked up.
Never had it happen.
You're gonna be getting coloring books the rest of your life.
I wish I could go back to log into my old MySpace. I don't know what my credentials were.
Me too. Like, did you need an email? Or was it just a username? Was it? I can't remember.
You'd have to have an email. I had these weird, before, using actual like adult emails. I had Pineapple Head 15. I had Brief Chief 69. Classic.
I think every male adolescent had the number 69 in their username or email. Mm-hmm. When in turn, like at 16 years old or 18 years old, like, I'm not doing 69. That's gross. Now it's just like, baby, please. You know what I mean? But it's like... But no, I my problem is I thought I was cooler than I actually was. I would listen to 90s gangster rap and put it on my MySpace page. Like, I'm so hard. Like, these guys are talking about selling drugs and beating the shit out of people, and like I never been in a fucking fight. But now I'm hard as fuck. Listen to Eazy-E and all that stuff. But yeah, no, it's if Facebook was revised I'd probably be that hipster to like go back and like be on MySpace.
Yeah.
And get rid of Facebook because it's just like I'm tired of hearing the drama.
There's a lot of drama.
I bet you they could
Save
bring
the drama for your mama.
Bring
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Are you a rapper? That's what they sound like now. But like if you brought MySpace back today,
yes,
I think it would take off for a certain genre. But like it could possibly take off. You know what? After this episode, I know I said fuck MySpace, but I might make a MySpace.
You want to make a MySpace?
I might.
I think it'd be kind of fun.
Because that's what I need is another fucking social media platform to take over my fucking life. Yeah, cheers, you bitches.
No, it takes a lot. I didn't even make my own Facebook I didn't make a lot of decisions for myself when I graduated, like high school, and I go to college right after high school, and like I didn't register to vote. I was just at Kent doing something, which is just a local community college in our area. And
it's not community college; it's a state college.
Is it? See, I didn't know how that worked because there's like multiple Kents.
Yeah, I think like the community college is like only where you can only get
one in this.
Well, I think it's like limited to a bachelor. Like you can only get an associate.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah, like
okay.
Lakeland, you can transfer out somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it's not considered a community college because I think it has to say it in the name as well.
Oh, see, I didn't know. I just kind of assumed.
Yeah, I think it's considered a state school, but
okay. So, no, I was okay. So the state school. Excuse me. The
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah. No. So like, I'm there doing whatever. Lex was probably with me, but like there was tables set up in the commons, and this lady was like, "Hey, would you like to sign up for?" It was voting for whether the state should allow this porno store to be, there's one that's close to here.
Right.
And it was whether that should be allowed or not. And I was like, yes, it should be here. And they're like, well, you need to register to vote to even be allowed to, do this. And I'm like, give me the papers.
Yeah. Sign me up.
So the very first diplomatic thing that I did was like, I need to see muffs. Bring them to my town.
Bringing the man down.
But then, like, in the same comments, there was, a whole list of computers, and there was this girl, and she made the Facebook for me. And then that's the same one I have to this day. I never created my own account.
Wow, that's pretty cool, though. And then, like, a few years later, you vote for me for the president of the United States.
I did.
Yeah,
yes.
So
I got a picture of that somewhere.
Yeah, I do too.
I took a screenshot of it.
No, that's pretty cool because that's great though. Mm-hmm. Like I went to vote for president. You went to vote for a fucking porn store.
That's yes
in the area. Isn't that crazy? We have to vote on that.
A little bit.
Like even with like alcohol, like you got to vote on it. Fuck off. I thought this was America.
So, all right. So I think to wrap up, I'd like to talk about what happened. Can we do this?
Yeah, please do.
You have 5 minutes?
I got time. I got time.
Okay. So
this is gold. I mean, for me as an outsider, but it's
good. So I received a text from my wife. No, she might have called. So Lex calls me and says, "Hey, I just sent you an email. This email is from Anthony's teacher. Anthony is my oldest kid, and he's in middle school." So that got me a little nervous because he's already kind of gotten in trouble at school. He's a good kid, but he made the mistake of writing something in an email that got himself in trouble. So that was a couple years ago. So like it was like a it was like a specific word that got flagged. Okay. So he was like talking to a buddy and said the word like, like, yeah, I'm gonna kick your butt or something, whatever. But because there was like a hint of like violence in this, it's just two dudes talking. He doesn't understand that there's consequences in it, that it's getting monitored. Right. So he wrote something, long story short, and then because due to legalities, cops had to, talk to him. Oh, Jesus Christ. It was something so simple. I'm not going to go into details, but it wasn't anything bad. So it's been kind of a running joke. Like, he comes home from school and, he'd be like, hey, how's it going? And he'd be like, oh, hey, I got a good day at school. I'm like, oh, yeah, you didn't have the cops called on you. Good job. That's like, but so I get this phone call. She tells me the teacher sent her an email. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck did he do? So I actually have the screenshot. So all he did was he sent another female student a meme. Okay. Now this meme is it's visually impressive.
Oh, 100%.
Okay. So let me transfer to that right now. Okay. So subject matter of the email is ooh la la. And it is with a robust woman.
Ooh, robust.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. And her breasts are covered with American cheese. It looks like she has a tattoo on her shoulder blade. I might say this too shall pass. If it don't, it should.
It should. It will.
So the meme says, when cheese nips are your favorite snack. So.
Just oh my God.
This is what got him in trouble. I'm not even mad at him.
Like, I have buddies that are teachers, and like they say like the shit that comes out of these kids' mouth because their maturity level is still the same. Like when we looked at teachers, they were like, "Oh, mature and everything." But like now that I have friends that are teachers, and like the shit that these kids say, they're like, "Fucking," I'm like, "Don't do that."
Yes.
But then like I go around the corner, and start laughing. Somebody with a sense of humor saw that and it's just like, "That's bad."
Yeah. Yes.
But laughed.
No, I mean, this woman has extra large breasts.
Huge.
How do I do this? This woman has extra large breasts. And her boobies are enormous.
Yeah.
Enormous.
That's a lot of cheese.
And that's a lot of cheese to put on there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like what? You think average 12 to 14 slices of cheese
per tit?
Per boobie?
I think so. Easily. So I get off of work, like, I gotta teach him a lesson. Okay. Right. So before I get to home, I stop at a local grocery store and I purchase a pack of American cheese. And when I get home, Anthony's ready to get a talking to.
Dad's coming home.
Right. And I come in like I'm stomping, like I'm pissed off, just to like, oh no, I'm in, you know what I mean? Like, so then I'm like, I walk past him and I go, like, hold on a second. I got to go take care of something. And I go in the bedroom and I take my shirt off and I'm like throwing cheese. I unwrapped all this cheese and I put it all over my man boobies and I just have it everywhere. So he's sitting at the dining room table with my wife and I just come in there and he doesn't even know what to say. Because I got, like, legit, I had 3 slices per tit for me. Okay? And he's sitting there, he don't know what to do. I'm like, look at me. Why are you doing this? Why do I gotta talk to you like this? Are you paying attention to what I'm saying to you? You can't be doing this shit, Anthony. I like take piece off and I'm like slapping him in the face with my swear, slapping him in the face with my boob cheese. But it was lighthearted.
Yeah. Well, when you texted me about it, you're like, I want to get a fucking pack of American cheese. I'm like, you have to. Please, you have to do that.
Yes. Lex has a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to pull it up sometime.
I want to see that.
Yeah, she's got a picture of it. I didn't think to grab it. Yeah, no, I think he learned his lesson.
But I get it. Like, you had, like, what, 3 pieces of cheese per boobie?
Mhm.
She's got, like, 12, 14.
Right.
Like, that's, like... But that's gold,
I mean,
though.
what if he would have sent somebody a meme of, like, somebody putting a cucumber up their butt? That'd have been an awkward talk for me to have with them.
Yeah, you gonna do that? I'll be like, Karma, go get a piece of cucumber. No, I get it. Like that. Like I said it once, and I'll say it again. The future generation is gonna be okay.
It'll be fine
because of memes like this.
Mhm.
Like, that kid's got a sense of humor. That kid's going places. Keep sending the memes. Well, don't. I mean, if you're gonna get in trouble,
Yeah, don't get in trouble.
yeah,
Don't get in
because
trouble.
like your dad can't keep doing. Like, I bet you know what? If he listens to this, he's gonna like find a cucumber in somebody's bum and be like, "Here you go, Dad.
He
Top
probably
that."
would. He would. Yeah, of course he would. All right. I think. Do you have anything more to add? Is there any other-
No. I think we went down the MySpace rabbit hole, the rise, the fall, and I think we have everything covered. So you all know, most people listen to this. You had a MySpace at one point in time in your life. So reactivate it. Let's start a trend.
Start it back up.
I'm
I'm
not.
up for it.
I'm not.
You're not going to do it?
No, fuck no.
I'll
You
do it.
can.
I will use it for my soft core photos. That's what I'll do.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'll do.
No, I'll get
I'm a
one.
big bear in a neighborhood that doesn't care.
But no, man, I don't have anything. That's all I got for the fine people. You want to talk about the Belgium guy?
Ooh, I forgot
girl?
about that. Yes. I guess we don't know. Yeah, we actually, since we've started posting on all these platforms, we had a downloaded listener from Belgium.
Yep. The first place to serve chicken and waffles.
Really?
Belgium. I looked that up for you.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
But like, shout out to you. We're international, bitch.
We're here for you, baby.
Yeah, we're here. Send us an email. We want to know, like, if you want to be known, we will bring you up.
Oh, yes.
Because
Yes.
like that's huge to us that we're international. We want to cross the Atlantic. We're in fucking Europe now. So if you're listening to this, if you made it this far,
Yes, email us at dawsing.studios@gmail.com.
.com.
Dawsing is DAXING. It means big sexy in China. Mandarin, actually.
Mandarin, yes.
Educate yourself. So.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
I'm acting
yeah.
like I knew that, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
So we can, yes. So we are on all platforms now. Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and Deezer. You can look us up on all of those platforms.
Should we end with some Daddy Magic for Anthony?
Oh, yes. For Anthony. Anthony, my son.
My firstborn.
What makes Daddy Magic nipples hard?
Gold.
Yes.
We love you, Anthony.
Please. It feels weird to say. Like and subscribe our videos.
Yes.
We eventually would like to do some live episodes, get some more talking between everybody. Yes, and you can go to our website. That will be attached to the link, and I think we're pretty good.
Yeah. No, we're good. Thanks for listening. We love you guys.
This is a song that plays when we end the show.
Oh, yeah. Big thing.
Hey, you want to hear a song I've been singing to Anthony?
Yes.
Well, not just to Anthony. I came up with this in my head the other day. I don't know if it'll go with the beat, but how do I got some ketchup on my butthole and it feels real nice. Go and grab some bread and you can have a slice. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I like that. That goes.
It's a
That
girl.
goes.